You forgot to turn on your sound. Nope.
Uh-oh. Successfully got the music off, but yeah, your mic is totally...
Can you hear me now?
There you are. Hello.
All right. StreamYard defaulted to using the mic that is my guitar plugged into my computer.
Sick.
That's what we want.
I don't know how to play it, so that wasn't going to go somewhere fun. Am I a fairy princess yet? Says, I just now made the connection. Who Gawain in red is. Hi, this is Blythe. Lol.
Hi, Blythe. It's good to see you.
Speak into the guitar. Your words will be heard.
Her words, guitar.
Yeah, welcome to the now only stream of the week. Because we've gone down to one a week because when we picked 2 a week, things were happening every day. And like as of this week, it's been a week since the last time we talked about it, and there still has not been another update in the TikTok newsroom.
Yeah.
So
But
things
also
have,
just like generally, I feel like we were very tired.
yeah. Are you gonna talk about the latest hard-hitting breaking news? TikTok is in the Megaverse. I heard that.
Really? Like the tag, or like talk of it entirely?
I heard that. I have not seen publications about it yet, but we are.
Wait. I haven't heard this.
We're gonna check out the Google News alerts, so we will be looking into that. But before we do that, I do want to just touch on yesterday. Oh yeah, does anybody want to check for me, Micah or Argit, that you can't search the tag?
I'm on my phone. I can't.
Yesterday, I attended a webinar for people who are in the live subscription beta. I don't have a whole lot of updates on that, but I do know now like exactly what the percentage breakdown is. It's 50-50 TikTok creator after credit card processing fees. Live subscriptions are $5.99, so like $6. That's about $3 to the creator per subscription. For folks who don't know, if
it did come up, it even auto completed for me.
If you click on it, do you get results? Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Crisis averted. We can keep our cringe content.
I typed the whole thing out. I started typing Omega, and it immediately suggested Omegaverse. I don't know what that means.
All right. Yeah. Crisis averted.
You don't want to know. It's okay.
Oh, no. I know what Omegaverse means, but I don't know what it means that TikTok knew that that's what I wanted to search for.
God says they just tried it and on TikTok mobile and no results.
What? I wonder if I'm missing a device update or something. I'm gonna check on that next.
Some users and
yeah, I feel like it would be weird to roll out search result censorship selectively.
I mean,
not necessarily.
Have you met Reddit?
Not necessarily, because I can see them doing that on an age restriction basis, especially given what we know about them doing weird shit with
Yes.
age nonsense.
Yes. I wonder about that too, actually.
Do they age restrict? Like depending on if you're like under 18 or over 18.
They're working on it.
Yeah, they are working on implementing more complex age restrictions. It is possible that people who are seeing it restricted are just like accounts that TikTok thinks are under 18. Because we do know that TikTok is really bad at telling whether an account is under 18.
Do you have to put your birthday in when you make TikTok? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah, you do have to put a birthday in. TikTok doesn't seem to believe people.
Oh,
Correct.
Because like we've had people who like try to sign up for the creator fund and TikTok says you can't, you're under 18, and they're like, I gave you my birthday, you know I'm over 18, and they're like, you have to provide us different proof than that, and then they provide them different proof and they get approved because now TikTok knows they're over 18, and then they sign up for the creator marketplace and they get rejected from that for being under 18.
TikTok's just like, we've decided you're a child, actually.
Yeah.
Well, no, my
I've
favorite is
even-
when they do that even after like when you've given them like your tax information.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or like people
Yeah.
like banning people from going live for being under 18 after those people have already signed up for like tax relationships with TikTok.
Monetize
Yeah.
Yeah.
via.
It's like they decide that, okay, so you've proven to us with documentation that you are 18 or older, but
Like
we
God
still
says, I've gotten a
decided.
few age-restricted videos despite not being a minor, so maybe that's why it doesn't show for me. Yeah, it does sound like
Yeah, I think so.
it would make a lot of sense for Omegaverse to be in the territory of like, let's not show this to teenagers, but like we don't need to ban this from the app.
Apparently, I'm just one of those people that the app just looks at and it's like, that is a whole ass old person. Like, because I have never run into any of that myself. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just like, I like, that's a strong word. I always find it so interesting to find that people keep getting kind of pushed into these different bubbles. Like what is it that you consume on the app, and or who is it that's interacting with you that says to the app, this is a child? I wish I understood.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the reason that I will never have to deal with that is because I am mutuals and active enough in certain spaces of TikTok that like something really wrong would have to happen for the app to think I'm a child. Like
Right.
something really,
Yeah.
really wrong.
I think mods just look at my account and go, no teenager has a whiteboard in their room.
See that too. and again, some of the topics that you post about too, like that's just like, oh yeah, that's totally a kid.
Let's talk about the semantic distinction between complex and complicated. This is an appropriate. This is a sensible conversation for a 15-year-old to be having.
Oh yeah.
High school
Seems like something that, has nuance that clearly a teenager might be able to parse.
Okay, to be fair, the complex versus complicated thing I did get from House when I was a teenager.
That's fair.
I think. I vaguely remember it being House related.
I mean, there was a lot of interesting discussions in that show. Like, really.
Yeah, no, it's a really good show. It had a lot of really interesting philosophical stuff to say. Also, some very damaging philosophical stuff to say. I think we talked about this a few streams ago, but I've been going through a deconstruction experience rewatching House. But anyway, the big news I think about the creator subscription thing, the most significant thing they said that was not just advice on how to use it, is that they have changed the entry threshold from 100,000 to 50,000. It is still invite only, so you still need to get an invitation from a creator who's already in it. Creators who are already in it have a limited number of invitations. But if you are at between 50 and 100K, people who have live subscriptions and you want to try it, ask them for an invite. It should work. I have not tested this, but they claim that the threshold is 50K now.
It's like the early days of Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
To have a friend send you an invite.
I mean, honestly, that's a pretty good distribution method for something that you're trying to roll out that you're hoping to get people hype about.
Well, especially in a space that relies on people interacting.
Mm-hmm.
So if the threshold of entry is you meet these criteria, but then you also have to interact with people perceivably to get an invite, that makes sense.
It's
Yeah.
also an easy way to.
Yeah, I'm thinking the difference between how Facebook grew and how Google Plus didn't, because Facebook was initially exclusively you had to have certain email addresses to be able to get an account, and that exclusivity meant people were valued being on the space, and Google Plus just forced everybody who had a YouTube account to have a Google Plus account, and then nobody used Google Plus,
right?
Because everybody could see that nobody on Google Plus was using Google Plus, which is annoying because Google Plus was actually better set up than any other social media platform I've seen.
I know. It was so much better than some. all of the other ones. And again, I went to it because it was always more stable than Tumblr. And honestly, it's some of the ways that like Tumblr is a great example of how a website just exploded with popularity so fast. That's one of the reasons why they were deciding to gatekeep people's entry by you need to have an invitation. So that it would just kind of slow the flood of interest just a little bit, because it's like, again, especially like back like 10 years ago, you couldn't just be like, oh shit, I need all of the servers yesterday, but I might not need them forever because right now it's super popular, but I might not need all 800 servers indefinitely. So they would do that kind of stuff so that they could try to find the balance and then get as many people as possible and then figure out what their actual stress test, or not having to be in a constant state of stress test, how much did they actually need to make this continue to have the website function.
But yeah, like the thing that I keep thinking about every time I see somebody be like, oh, I really wish that like Instagram or Twitter or whatever application would let you do more than one close friends list for different groups of people for different kinds of things. That was the core mechanic of Google+. The core mechanic of Google+ is the thing I most frequently see people complain about other social media platforms not having.
Did LiveJournal have that? I never actually used LiveJournal. Like a little bit too young.
No.
It's been so long since
LiveJournal is pure PHPBB stuff. So it's just like you can do this. And that's it. It's more like Reddit in that it's all submission based, and like, yeah, you can get 2 threads of comments and such, but it's not like you can chase this post back to that post back to that post. Unless people were actually linking like a completely different post. Yeah. Very facts of a fact style.
The only thing I remember about LiveJournal is it was my main source of fan fiction before AO3.
Yeah. I didn't read fan fiction on there, but it was like, so like my friends and I did Harry Potter roleplay once upon a time on a PHP before site that does not exist anymore. And when we found out that place was dying, we all moved to LiveJournal because it's the only place we knew we could post. And then LiveJournal became super lame, so we moved to DeadJournal.
Oh my god!
And then all of the other places showed up.
Well, after DeadJournal, Greatest Journal showed up.
Never heard of that one.
I had all 3.
By that time, a bunch of other websites had come out, and I was over there instead. And I discovered IRC at that point, which was way better than AIM.
Wait, what?
IRC? Which IRC? Oh.
Which, like, I would agree that it's better than many things, but like I didn't understand the analogy between piracy and AIM.
Yeah, no, IRC, Internet Relay Chat, is like the original chat program that like a lot of people, they don't like it and don't really know about it because you have to be kind of a nerd to like use it. I don't know how much like updating they may have done like over the years. I haven't used IRC since I want to say maybe 2009-ish.
Am I correct in my understanding that IRC is not a specific program, that it is a protocol?
Yeah, basically. Because like, again, that's more similar to like PHPBB boards. Like everybody can use this thing and like it's all called IRC, it's all called PHPBB boards, but you have to set up like your server and you have to have like your IP for people to join in, or if you have like a web address, whatever, to join it into, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, yes, very old school. Like rubbing a stick together to make a fire with that guy.
I feel like my only experience with IRC was like coordinating the like trade of colorful ponies on like a defunct pet website, and that was that website when I was about 10 years old, on the internet.
All right. So we don't have any official TikTok news. So let's check out the Google News alerts. Woman with skin tumors mistaken for monkeypox filmed in TikTok video. American rabbi fights Jewish stereotypes. TikTok pairs pandemic era perks in return to office push. Okay, this looks like it's actually about TikTok. Okay, so pairs as in cuts down.
Oh.
It's a weird, like, headline writers use more words when that's the word you're picking.
Pares it down.
Some locations are strained as thousands of new workers look for workstations and parking spaces. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
We can't read it.
Yeah.
Stupid paywalls.
We are a very professional organization with a very well-maintained stream about news.
I will say, if you would like us to have the means to be able to have subscriptions to places where we can read the news, you can feel free to subscribe to our Patreon.
You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/TOCA. I just dropped the link in chat.
Yeah.
That is how we're able to fund doing this and all of the other stuff we do that costs money, which occasionally involves like investigating things, paying for ongoing services that we use to run the administrative backend of TOCA, and all of the other things we want to do will cost more money than we have. So if you want to help us do more things, you can help us out at patreon.com/TOCA. Sweet Tart hosts branded film fest. Abercrombie note: stranger filmed around a train. TikTok users decided she had monkeypox. Instagram's TikTok identity crisis, focusing on Reels isn't working. Reels is so bad. I've started uploading to Reels, and like I will upload my Reel, and then while I am waiting, I see a video of a dog, and I swipe because I don't really like pet videos. There's another video of a dog. I swipe, another video of a dog. Swipe, dog. Swipe, dog. Swipe, dog. Reels is convinced that I am a hardcore dog person.
Dog app.
And like, cause like on my private account, it's all pottery, which like I get because I have some friends who do pottery who post reels of them making pottery, and I really like their pottery, and I really like watching pottery videos. Like, it's weirdly narrow, but it is at least an interest of mine. But like on my like public facing account, Reels is just absolutely certain the only thing I care about is dogs.
You know, sometimes I worry about our machine overlords knowing too much about us, and then I hear about TX's dogs, and I no longer fear it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big like issues with the whole like they know too much about us thing is just that like the vibe of this app knows a lot about you is the same vibe as like newspaper horoscopes know a lot about you, which is that humans are incredibly good at reading confirmation into things and not very good at reading skepticism into things.
This follows.
Just follow up. I did all the updates on my phone. I don't know if TikTok did actually update, but I also restarted my phone just to make sure everything's like super fresh, and it still let me search for Omegaverse and provided all of the results. I am going to get a lot more on my FYP now. I can sense it coming. Speaking of being flooded with unwanted content.
I'm so excited for you.
Oh, no.
Tonight I'm gonna party like it's 19.
Do we want to check this one out? Pink sauce goes viral on TikTok. Why has the FDA jumped in?
Oh God. Do we have to?
I was just going to say, you may want to, because it sounds like you are not familiar with this.
I am familiar with the pink sauce saga. I hadn't heard about the FDA. I'm getting the vibe that you guys don't want to read about it. I thought it might be fun, but like we can move on.
We totally can. It boils down to the business decided it did not have to deal with the FDA because the FDA doesn't deal with it. Because the pink sauce isn't a drug.
What does the F and FDA stand for, you dumbass? That's what everybody wants to know. What does the F for food mean in Food and Drug Administration? Are you one of those people, like that joke that I heard that one time where somebody was confused about, like it was a joke about they were trying to diet or something, right? And so they were watching their food list and they were watching their drink list, right? They determined that a slushie was neither a food nor a drink, so they kept consuming it and had no results and were confused.
It's just the Friends and Drug Administration.
Just imagine it.
The feline and drug administration.
I'm just imagining the person who runs that company being like, well, it's the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. It's not a food, definitely, and it's not a drug, so we can sell it. Now I'm going to show you how to administer it. Oh.
I mean,
Funny Drug Administration.
Yeah, the funny drug.
it's the Fun Drugs Administration. They only deal with fun drugs.
The Fun and Drug Administration, just that clown emoji. That's their whole logo.
Yeah, and then the two other organizations, the BDA, Boring Drug Administration, and the NDA, Non-Drug Administration,
Oh my god.
responsible for everything else.
Yeah, they'd have to get an NDA instead of going to the FDA.
Oh no.
It'd be really funny if there was just like a government organization called the Auxiliary Administration who had jurisdiction over anything that anybody else didn't.
Right?
I mean, some days that would not be a bad idea, but the rest of the time, I'm like, what a hot mess that would be.
Yeah, no, it would be a nightmare. It would be a totalitarian nightmare. But it would be funny. It would be a funny nightmare. You know, in the same way that like the
Benny Hill.
in the same way that like the torture department in 1984 being called the Ministry of Love was funny.
Right.
All right. Airbnb apologizes for slave cabin listing after being called out on TikTok. UK Parliament closes TikTok account after China data warning. Ticketmaster, TikTok partner to give new. Let's read how TikTok works. Midnight. TikTok star. Trend. Parliament. Tickets.
Hot new trend, Parliament.
Nuclear professor. TikTok nuclear professor takes on new tasks. I don't think this is anything that's like at all relevant to us. But I
No.
want to read it because it's an article by the American Nuclear Society.
Is this
I
the
mean,
guy
hey,
that
You're in charge.
the gummy bear?
Nuclear Newswire. Robert Hayes, the person behind a popular social media account defending nuclear energy to the masses, was named to a joint faculty position by Savannah River National Laboratory and North Carolina State University on August 1st. Dr. Hayes will develop and execute SRNL's vision to advance non-proliferation and global security stewardship by expanding knowledge of applications in sensing, characterizing, assessing, and determining nuclear
Proliferation.
proliferation, said Tammy Taylor, Associate Laboratory Director for Global Security. Taylor explained that Hayes will conduct collaborative research to address key gaps identified in the strategic vision for the National Nuclear Security Administration's Office of Defense Nuclear Non-Proliferation. I'm gonna after this stream, I'm just going to practice that word.
Like proliferation.
I mean, my brain is just stuck on the fact that Tammy Taylor is a name that I expect to see in like a Marvel comic.
Right? Or like a
Does it sound
noir book.
Not even that. It's just like Tammy Taylor has the same like Bruce Banner, you know.
Oh, yeah.
My first thought is it sounds like Doug Dimmadum's sister-in-law.
That's who. Oh my god. But yeah, if you didn't know, the reason for that was because apparently Stan Lee originally was having a really hard time remembering people's names, so that's why he did that alliteration with Bruce Banner, Peter Parker, all of that stuff. Anyway.
There's just so many of them.
Yes.
While helping develop the workforce that will support future NNSA and National Security Organization mission needs. According to Hayes, the crazy cool research done at NC State is highly complementary to that being done at SRNL in so many ways. If we are successful, every proliferator will be convinced they cannot hide their efforts and will simply confess their attempts to weaponize nuclear material early enough that diplomats can address the problems long before military intervention can be realized. The partnership will enhance radiological monitoring research, nuclear safety, and operational health physics. Nuclear Newswire takes this opportunity to congratulate a @nuclear science lover on his new role and republish an interview that originally appeared in June 2022, which I'm not going to read. So this has nothing at all to do with TikTok. It is a very interesting article, though.
Yeah.
I hope that they are successful in making it functionally impossible for new nukes to be built.
Yes.
It would be cool if we can get to a place where we have the basis on which to make an argument for dismantling our own nuclear arsenal. Super not TikTok news. Thanks, Sauce. TikTok Music. Will TikTok Music be the next big podcast platform?
Oh, that's interesting.
I want to throw out a preliminary no. Plus, Spotify will finally give you a regular play button for a price. What does that
What
mean?
does that mean?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
Like, subscribe?
What is the play button? What is the weird play button on Spotify that people have complaints about? I have never encountered a play button on Spotify that doesn't just play.
well, I mean, it. The only thing that I could think of is that one of the things that makes them for free versus the paid version is that if you hit play on a free version, after the commercials play, it's always a randomized list of your music. You can't be like, I want you to play down this list of music without shuffling.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me off the top of my head.
But that wouldn't be news, though, because they're saying that they're introducing a regular play button for a price, and those of us who already purchased Spotify already have a regular play.
They make it like do more ads or something. Please read.
I don't know. I don't have ads on my Spotify.
Yeah, me neither. I won't use services that serve me ads. So Spotify is like paid, or I am not using it.
I don't even pay for mine. I just have a friend that does and put me on his family plan. So
Nice. It's the good.
All right. What is this article? Selena Gomez is reportedly working on developing a working girl reboot, and I don't know how to feel about it. Anyway, Let the River Run, Audacity, and Snap try to be more like TikTok. TikTok tries to be more like Spotify. And Spotify tries to make you pay extra for a play button.
It's like machine generated.
Audacity's new podcast Discovery app takes a page out of TikTok's playbook. We don't care about that. Spotify's latest premium feature is a play button. Premium subscribers will now have access to a separate play and shuffle buttons throughout the app. Spotify's shuffle default has been the bane of artists and extremely serious playlist makers everywhere. So the development is like, oh, okay. Yeah, because like when you go to a playlist, the play button is a shuffle button.
Oh.
And it had not occurred to me that would be a problem for anybody because I do not organize my playlists in a coherent order. But yeah, no, that makes sense. I understand what they're saying there. Acast's investing spree is coming to an end. Don't care about that. Snap. TikTok. TikTok Music could be the next big podcast app. TikTok parent ByteDance may be coming for Spotify's launch. As first spotted by Insider, the Chinese company filed an application for the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for TikTok Music in May. In addition to music and videos, the filing says the new app would also support podcasts and digital radio content. If a TikTok Music app comes to fruition, this would not be ByteDance's first streamer. In 2020, it launched Resso, which is available in India, Brazil, and Indonesia, exactly where Spotify wants to expand. In June, Resso added podcasts to its library thanks to a partnership with Acast. Despite warnings from the likes of Senator Mark Warner and Joe Rogan about TikTok's data practices, it seems basically unstoppable. Perhaps Rogan will change his tune if it becomes a major podcast platform and his Spotify contract expires. Yeah, I think this is just like somebody's blog.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's basically no news whatsoever. TikTok filed a trademark, but it could be news eventually.
And yeah, like again, I do find it interesting and good that Spotify is addressing that that issue because, like, again, I have a couple of friends that publish stuff to Spotify, and it's hard to. Spotify for musicians is suffering from the same growing pains. I mean, TikTok has it too, but YouTube also very much for like musicians, is that you can't really break. It's really difficult to break past that threshold to actually like get your stuff seen by a wider audience of people, because like, again, the algorithm will niche down and get you over here to what you're like most like, even if you would like all of this other fringe stuff that you can't, that the system's never actually going to suggest to you. So a lot of people are continuing to move to things like Bandcamp and SoundCloud, where there's a little bit less of that.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately the reason that happens is because there are more people making good art than there is time for, than there are like human hours spent consuming art.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be good art that doesn't get out there. And that becomes increasingly the case locally on any specific platform, the more people are using that platform. Because I think there's sort of like I wonder if there is like a discernible threshold of like shift where like the proportion of like the scale of the audience is large relative to the scale of creators. And then I wonder whether there's like a predictable relationship of like increasing proportion of creators to audience hours.
Interesting.
The answer is yes, but my math dumb brain is not like, I can't, like, I know what you're talking about, and like the answer is yes.
It feels like intuitively it should obviously be the case, but it also feels like something where it would definitely be possible to figure out the numbers. And whenever I'm asking a question where I feel like it would definitely be possible to figure out the numbers, I also always prefer to frame it as a hypothesis, even if I'm really certain it would be right. So yeah, we've got nothing for TikTok news. I could talk some more about the subscription program. I was thinking what we were going to spend like a half of this stream talking about is Sean's play. Because
anything to do with TOCA?
Because Cecilia and I went and saw Sean's play this past weekend, but Cecilia bailed on the stream. So now it would just be like me talking to my friend while you two sit here.
I mean, listen, whatever y'all want to talk about, I can also grab cards if we want them. I can.
Yeah, let's do cards.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the last time I saw a play, it was when we have this really weird. Weird is not the right word, but there's a Wisconsin players group, and they do a very Wisconsin like play every year at this one festival that happens down here. Every Wisconsin joke ever are in these plays. That's the last. I know that was pre-pandemic, so it's been a hot minute since I've gone out.
This was the first like in-person with an audience play that I did since the pandemic. Because last summer I did a live streamed play where we were all in the room, but
Oh, cool.
there was no audience in the room because it was on Twitch or YouTube. I don't remember which one.
Do we want movie, TV movie, or what's left of video game movie?
Should we be awkward? Make our guest pick.
Yeah.
What's the? I have no context. Let's do video
Yeah.
game movies. I love video game movies. They're all
Oh,
terrible.
for context,
No, don't
here's
give
the game we're playing.
I was just gonna say, yeah, don't get context. Do you want to talk about stuff that includes only movie titles? Do you want to do movie and TV titles, or do you want to do movie and video game titles? That's all you get.
I'll still go for movie and video game titles.
Okay,
What are we doing? Sorry.
movie, video game.
Okay, so whatever's left of that deck. All right. Okay. Oh no, there's a whole fresh deck in here. Cool.
Ooh,
All right.
crack packs.
So, am I explaining this game to you, or are you just gonna
Let's go.
start?
We're
Okay.
doing it live.
Doing it live.
Situations.
And again, the only other hint that I will give to you is if it makes sense and is close enough, the answer is probably correct.
Yeah. All right.
If
So here's
somebody
the
had
first one.
explained the game that way to me the first time around, I think I would have understood it faster.
Here's the first one.
Okay.
Mobile game raking in $1 million a day challenges players to clear boards of confectionery treats and assist odd couple buddy cops, Chan and Tucker, in their quest to rescue the Chinese consul's kidnapped daughter.
Candy Crush Hour.
Yes.
Oh my God. So the game is Candy Crush, and the movie was Rush Hour.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Get over here and watch as these fighters from multiple realms violently finish each other off in front of a nipple-suited Dark Knight fighting a swole, chilly adversary.
Mortal Kombat Man.
Mortal Kombat Man Returns.
Nope.
Mortal Kombat Man and Robin.
Yes.
Oh, God. It's the
They're all
specifics.
The real thing there was the nipple suit.
Yeah. Bat Nipples was George
right.
Clooney, right?
What's that?
Bat Nipples was George Clooney, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the only one with Batgirl, which R.I.P. Batgirl movie.
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it either. I
They're
just
making
want to.
choices, and I'm very upset.
Yeah, they are very, very choicey choices. And anyway.
This addicting puzzle game challenges players to clear lines of falling blocks and run a brothel out of your house to pay off Guido before your parents get home.
I'm going to guess the game is Tetris, but don't know the movie.
Neither do I.
I'm going to read it one more time, just in case the chat wants to. This addicting puzzle game challenges players to clear lines of falling blocks and run a brothel out of your house to pay off Guido before your parents get home.
I know there's a movie called Risky Business. Is it Tetris Risky Business?
Yes. The hint, by the way, would have given it away because the hint is Tommy C sliding across the floor in his tidy whities.
That would have been nothing. I haven't seen the movie.
That's the famous sock slide scene.
I believe you.
Believe it or not, I've never seen the movie, and that specific scene is the only thing I know about it. I didn't know the plot.
I mean,
Yeah.
any movie that I haven't seen where there's a famous scene that everyone would recognize, I can probably picture the scene. I don't know what movie it's from.
All right. Online shoot 'em up has taken over the friggin' world with its robust building mechanics that come in handy as the flesh-hungry undead have risen, and we need to survive until morning in this rural house.
Fortnite of the Dead.
Pretty much. Fortnite of the Living Dead. Yeah.
Okay.
I hate this. Okay. A pill-addicted spherical protagonist waka wakas on a quest to rid the world of 4 vengeful ghosts while sporting superhero technology that gifts him with the ability to greatly manipulate the size of his body.
Something Ant-Man?
Pack Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Oh!
It breaks its rule.
Oh, Pac-Man Man.
Yes.
Man.
I hate it.
I hate it too. I get it.
Man's man.
Like seriously, just full on. I understand the reference. Like now that I have never thought. I've played so much Pac-Man growing up because it was like one of the only games I had access to.
I had Miss Pac-Man for my Game Boy Color.
I was listening for pronouns to see whether we were looking at Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man.
Fair. Oof. Okay. This VR masterpiece combines the genius of Guitar Hero with Star Wars for a dual-wielding experience that sets the user in a black and white Civil War era experience that leads to, fun fact, the rise of the Ku Klux Klan in real life.
Beat Saber of a Nation.
Yep.
Uh,
Woof.
Yeah. This is another one of those, like, okay, just another, like, what the hell was that? How did you know that? I am very impressed, but also, what the fuck? I don't know what either of those are. Like, not even a little bit.
Oh, Beat Saber is like a rhythm game, like Guitar Hero, but it's a VR game, and with the two VR things, you are slicing.
Yeah, you've probably seen videos of it.
I have. I didn't know its name. You're right. Absolutely.
And Birth of a Nation is a very famous film that is often credited with the invention of many cinematic techniques it didn't invent. That is most notable for repopularizing the Ku Klux Klan in the United States.
Yeah.
Very nice.
For being a hot
It's
mess.
a very, very famous film that is very highly regarded as an important film in like academic film studies in the U.S. for white supremacist reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
In sort of the same way that like Leni Riefenstahl is talked about as though she's like a serious filmmaker and not just somebody who made longer movies than other people.
Bruno, the longer your movie is, the more important it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This blue android fights for humanity by defeating and absorbing the essence of his robot adversaries. But now he's on a new mission to bust corrupt cops and criminals and save Dakota Fanning.
Something
Mega
RoboCop?
Man.
Oh.
Mega Man?
Mega Man Ultra RoboCop?
No! I don't think you guys know the movie. It's Mega Man on Fire.
No.
I've never heard of that movie.
No.
I think that I heard of that movie. Like I may have seen an ad for that at some point in my life. Like if you said, "Have you seen Man on Fire?" I would assume that you were talking about a movie and not like a person. But
oh God!
actually, I might think you were talking about a movie. I might think you were confused about Burning Man.
Okay, I really am curious about the ones that you pass on though, because what was it?
Oh, if I pass on it, it's because there's a word in it that I cannot reliably pronounce.
Okay,
because it's not a real word, and
fair.
I don't want to sound stupid.
Okay. But if it's not a word, then who cares?
Yeah, but it's one of those things where like people who play the video game that the word is associated with will be like, "What do you mean?" Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I don't know what that is. Okay. All you need is your phone and a desire for adventure in the realm of augmented reality if you're going to catch them all and defeat the emotionally charged pink ooze flowing beneath the streets of New York City.
The emotionally charged pink ooze?
Pokemon Ghostbusters 2?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The quickness with which you got that.
Every single time. Every single time. I'm like, some days, could you just do us all a favor, take 3 deep breaths before you respond? Because we know you have it.
I can start doing that if you'd like.
All right. He's a police officer, magistrate, jury, and executioner that goes by the name of John Masterson, and he's patrolling the Wild West for his former outlaw associate.
Is that just Red Dead Redemption?
Right?
Real close.
I don't know what the movie in that is. That's just Red Dead Redemption.
He's a police officer, magistrate, judge, and executioner.
Oh, Judge Dredd?
Now fill in the rest.
Judge Dredd, Red Dead Redemption.
Dredd Red Redemption, yes. Red Dead, no, Judge Dredd Dead Redemption. There we go.
Someone was paid money to make this.
Oh, I know, right?
Sit down and think of all of these. And they probably had a time crunch.
Oh, yeah,
I'm better at the movie ones.
Authentic.
It's true.
All right. Dig this. It's the best-selling video game of all time, and it stars a space-bound Fresh Prince and his prince.
Minecraft of Bel Air.
You got the first one.
Minecraft of.
Would you like a hint for the movie?
Yeah.
The hint is M. Night sci-fi flick based on a W. Smith idea.
Oh, my.
Oh, is that one with Will Smith in it? And his son? I don't remember what it's called though.
Oh, with the dog? No, the other one.
Absolutely no idea what movie you're talking about.
Never mind. No, I know which movie you're talking about now. I have not seen that movie, so I don't remember the name of it.
It is Minecrafter Earth.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, I think that I'm distantly remembering something like that. I think it just got rolled in with Interstellar in my brain.
To be fair, there was that like 1 year where we had so many different space movies come out, and they're all the same space movie in my brain. I didn't see a single one of them, and I never will.
I've only seen Armageddon, and that's enough.
I get Annihilation, Gravity, and the one with the aliens where they're doing linguistics mixed up.
Annihilation isn't a space movie, though. It takes place entirely on Earth.
Yeah, but there are spoilers for Annihilation, but there are aliens in it.
Arguably.
Sort of. Well, there's something. There's a phenomenon.
It might happen on Earth, but that's because space came to us because we wouldn't go to it.
There's an elaborate metaphor taking over part of the Florida wetlands.
Oh, God. An invasive species.
Oh, man. All right. Fighter, thief, black belt, mage, 4 RPG souls party up as the warriors of light and save the world from a temperamental racehorse, gifting hope and dreams to the struggling working class of the Great Depression.
Seabiscuit?
Final Fantasy Biscuit.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Fantasy Biscuit.
No, because the first part totally threw me off, and I got excited for a second because I thought it was one of my movies that I really enjoyed growing up, but was like trash.
Seabiscuit is set in the Great Depression. I feel like I watched this and I don't remember this.
I've never played Final Fantasy. Please don't come for me. And I've never watched Seabiscuit. So like I totally.
Blight says, I don't think it's an elaborate metaphor. Jeff Vandermeer is just really pissed about invasive species. I do think Jeff Vandermeer is really pissed about invasive species. Having met him, I wouldn't go so far as to say metaphor, but it's definitely not strictly literal.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got such gorgeous metaphors in it.
There's a really great quote. I wish I could remember who said it or where I read it. I think I heard somebody say it at a ReaderCon, and I think they were quoting somebody else, so I'm never gonna find it. But it was talking about the difference between like fantastical elements in like mimetic fiction and fantasy fiction, and like what the difference is. And the difference was like in mimetic literature. By the way, mimetic is M-I-M-E-T-I-C. It just means like imitation. It's a common nerdy phrase that SFF literary people use to describe fiction that is trying to depict reality. But like in mimetic fiction, the dragon might be cancer or climate change or whatever, any number of horrible things. In a fantasy novel, the dragon could also be cancer, climate change, any other horrible things, but it is always also actually a dragon.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, this might be my favorite card because it's 2 of my favorite things. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, Chun-Li's sweet kicks. 7, 8, this sequel's great.
Okay, something Street Fighter, but I don't know what.
Nightmare on Elm Street Fighter 2.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know what the first one is.
Do I need to give you the list I gave to my friend that's just like every slasher movie that you need in order to be able to make connections and references in today's day and age? Complete with trigger warnings.
Pop culture, what do you call it? Crash course.
Yeah. As
I'm
long
like
as I don't have to watch the movies though, because like I don't do scary stuff. Like
horror movies are my bread and butter.
Well, I thought it was gonna be a FNAF.
That's amazing.
That would be cool too. I only know about Friday Night at Freddy's because of TikTok.
I mean, yeah, Freddy's coming for you. Better lock your door is very like a description of FNAF.
Yeah, except for the fact that like it's a song that actually appears in Nightmare on Elm Street.
True.
I'm not certain I've seen that movie.
Because okay, so like I am remembering correctly that that's the one. No, it's the other one. Never mind. Nightmare on Elm Street is the one with Freddy Krueger or whatever with the striped shirt.
Yeah.
Versus the other one that I don't remember, which is what's his face wearing a messed up mask that was actually.
So there are four like principal slashers from the 80s that everybody references. It's Freddy, which is Nightmare on Elm Street, Michael Myers, which is Halloween,
That one.
Jason Voorhees, which is Friday the 13th, and then Leatherface / Bubba, which is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay. And none of them are the Pinhead guy, right? That's a different movie too.
No, you're thinking of that's a Cenobite. Pinhead is a Cenobite from Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. That's okay. Almost. Like this is how much I dislike like horror, thriller, like edge of your seat stuff. Like I was like, I got enough stress in my life. I don't need it in film too. Like give me cartoons.
And then if you really want to get into it, you also have Chucky from Child's Play.
Oh my God. Yeah. Chucky, Bride of Chucky. Like I laughed so hard at the trailer for that. I was like, okay, that's funny, and I'll never watch it.
That's enough of that content. Thank you.
Oh man. Okay. A scientist accidentally creates a sentient green goo that defies physics and helps Peter Pepper, who is running for his life and dropping giant buns and toppings on murderous pickles and eggs.
Flubburger Time?
Yes. I did not even know that Burger Time was a game.
I've never heard of that before.
It's an old NES game, like of about the technological quality of the original Donkey Kong. And you are just like climbing up scaffolding you're a little chef who climbs up the scaffolding to walk across burger ingredients to cause them to fall down to the next level in order to like stack the burgers into whole burgers before various other ingredients wandering around the screen catch and kill you.
Nice. I would play that.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Being a chef is a high-risk career.
I've made friends with somebody on TikTok who is a chef for profession. And I sent him a video just to see if he would get like upset by it. But because his wife is also on TikTok, and I sent him this video of a wife of a chef who got this weird thing to like cut olives, and she got it because TikTok was like, you should get this to chop all of your small stuff. And the husband in the video was like, thanks, I hate it. Like my knife skills are just way better than that. Like, look at how uniform my cuts are versus that nonsense. And so I sent it to him, and he goes, my wife bought one too, and I'm upset all over again.
No, reopening the wound.
Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry. But it was funny.
Kratos almost starts a nuclear war after accidentally hacking into a military supercomputer while searching for sweet new video games.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like,
God of War games?
Yes.
Okay.
I took 2 breaths.
Thank you. No, I appreciated the fingers going up. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, I have like at least a couple of seconds, but I know I don't know it. Yeah,
Blythe got it too. Blythe got it first, actually. I think that the only thing in that was from the video game was just the word Kratos.
Yeah, it was. It literally was. Because it like changes text color like halfway through the clue when it goes to the next one. And yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Hyrule's destined warrior awakens from a bout of amnesia and must defeat Calamity Ganon by releasing the 4 divine beasts resembling a camel, an elephant, a salamander, and Kevin Bacon's penis.
What?
Okay, I mean, Legend of Zelda, one of them.
What's the most recent one?
I don't think it's the most recent one because I think this was published before. Or
What's a Kevin Bacon movie that starts with the word wild?
Can I Google it? Because I don't know. All I know
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Sorry.
Oh, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild something. Okay.
Oh, that bacon stir.
It is Legend of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild thing.
This is like.
That's another.
What is?
Oh, sorry.
What?
I was like gonna be like, who knows like both of these movies and these games, but actually I think I just don't know the very many movies.
Every once in a while we'll get like a slew of cards where everyone gets them really fast. And then there's like several cards where we're just like, I don't know what any of this is.
Amazing.
Steal cars, make whoopee with prostitutes, and avoid that 5-star police chase in the open world James Bond movie starring Terry Hatcher.
I don't know all of the different James Bond movies, but is it like is the game oh God, Grand Theft Auto?
What James Bond movie ends with grand or starts with auto?
You all have the game.
Could you repeat the whole question?
Yes. Steal cars, make whoopee with prostitutes, and avoid that 5-star police chase in these open world James Bond movies starring Terry Hatcher.
STEAL.
Yes. So
I thought that on first pass, I thought steal cars was a description of like the protagonist.
I also.
Well, and I also heard it like steal cars. The cars are the ones making love with each other. And
Exactly.
Like,
that is how I heard it. And so I was thinking
fairness,
that's probably in a Michael Bay movie. But
in fairness, I think that was an issue of like I hadn't pre-read the card, so when I started reading it, my like emphasis was all wrong.
Yes, so it's like steal, comma. Anyway, I don't know what the movie is.
Grand Theft Auto.
Just trying to remember all of the
What comes after today?
Grand Theft Auto.
God, there's no tomorrow.
Die Another Day?
No.
I know that there's one with the word tomorrow in it.
There you go.
I assume it's not
Grand
tomorrow.
Grand Theft Auto Tomorrow Never Dies.
No! That's awful! That does not scan.
I hate it.
Some
I
of
like
it's
it.
so
Like,
bad.
I get it, but like, God. I never much cared for James Bond. Like, I watched the one movie. I was like, again, with Sean Connery. I'm like, okay, I do not need to watch a single more. Like, I get it.
I've had the experience.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
I've had experience. And
Last one. Vampire hunter Simon Belmont and his trusty whip unite with super peoples to undo the snappy antics of the big purple space meanie.
Castlevania Barney?
Yeah.
Oh,
I got Castlevania. Oh, go ahead.
Castlevania Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Shut up!
There's an A at the end of it.
Yep.
I'm dying.
everybody.
literally made a Thanos joke this morning to somebody, and I'm upset now.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Remember, if you back our Patreon, then next week we might actually be able to read the one article that's actually about TikTok and the TikTok news alerts. Thank you, Nightbot. That's all we got for you this week. Talk to you again next week.
Thanks for letting me hang out.
Yeah, by the way, follow Gawain on Twitch and TikTok.
Yeah.
Gawain in Red on both platforms. Bye, everybody.